So hi Rohit, hi Pearly, welcome to World Global.
Hi.
And how are you doing? How's everything going?
Great.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And how about
great.
you?
Very happy. Very
Mhm.
excited.
Uh, mhm. Okay. So your film Ludo, it releases on 12th of November on Netflix. And being a Basu directorial, the anticipation is too high with regards to this film. So I would want to know how were you approached for this role, both of you, and what was it during the narration that sort of helped you seal the deal, and in terms of going ahead with this project.
I think there was the narration lasted for 5 minutes. I think not even 5 minutes, 4 minutes. It was done, and then every day on location,
Mhm.
the Dada said we have to know the 5 W's, which is like why, what, who, when,
And where?
what?
Where?
Yeah, where? Basically, Samrat was the victim. He was the AD,
Mhm.
he's the one who used to be
Victim.
like, yeah. So I used to like, we used to blame Samrat all the time. And that you
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know why you're doing this. You know where you're coming from because
Dada, but Samrat didn't tell us that.
yeah, Dada, you have to. If you're watching this, you should know Samrat was clueless like us most of the time. So yeah, and basically Dada knew everything with so much clarity and conviction. He knew what he wanted. So we just had to be like clay in his hands. We just had to become what he wanted us to become for every shot and emote everything that he wanted us to. And he would really truly help us, with every step. He really guided us through. So um, it was really easy for us as actors. And I think it was a huge relaxing. It was a relaxation for us on set because we didn't have to think too much. Dada took all the burden, and we just had to do our work on set. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah.
And how about you,
Um,
Rohit?
yeah, Akshay, actually, I was called in to meet Dada in his office. He was shooting in Bhopal when I got a call from the casting director. And the casting director said that you have to go and meet Dada when he's back. When he came back, I went to meet him and I was waiting in the office, and Joey was there, our lovely, lovely producer on set. She was talking to me, and then I see Dada walk in. He came and he sat down, and he turned my face like this and this, and he just did little something to my hair just to understand if I look the part or not. It's like हाँ अच्छा है अच्छा है तो ठीक है ये है स्टोरी और ठीक है कल ट्रायल करते हैं. And I was just like, wait 1 second, I'm not understanding if I'm getting this film, I'm not getting this film, I'm not even auditioned for it, what's happening? No idea. And Dada has said this and walked off. Like, before I could ask anything, before I could say anything, he just asked me what the dates, if the dates were an issue or not. And thankfully, like, I was not doing anything at that time. I hadn't committed myself to anywhere or any projects. So the dates were free. I was like, yeah, yeah, Dada, I'm free. And then he walked off, and then I'm looking at Joita, and she's just looking at me and laughing because she knows that I'm clueless and I have no idea what's going on. Um, so then later on, I asked Joita that, Joita, does this mean that I've got the film? Can I call my mom and tell her that, Mom, I'm doing an Anurag Basu film? She's like, yes, Rohit, you can tell her that. And then, of course, then the trials happened, and then the next thing I know is that I was on Dada's set. Narration as such तो नहीं हुआ. I'll be very honest, Akshay. बस बताया कि अच्छा यहाँ स्टोरी खत्म होती है, ये यहाँ पे ऐसा होगा और उसके बाद यहाँ पे खत्म होती है. That's it. That's all I know, and that's what I have shot with. Like, that is the information I have shot with. But I think the reason why none of us was stressed per se was because when you have a director who is as amazing and as like magnificent as Dada, I don't think there is anything that you need to be stressed about because he just knows what he wants. He knows his film and his characters so well that even if there is a twitch in my face, he will know the reason for it, and he will correct me if he thinks that that twitch does not need to be there. He will tell me that, oh, don't do that. So I think we were really relaxed because we knew that we were in safe hands. We were in a safe environment where the two of us, we were thriving. As
Mhm.
aspiring actors, as someone like
Mhm.
newcomers over here. It's we just felt extremely protected, taken care of, and everything just felt really well thought of. So yeah, it was a magical experience, and we're really
Yeah.
really happy that we're a part of this.
Okay. So since you both of you mentioned that you didn't get any no sort of a very extended narration. Now that's very unlikely because for as far as I remember, for Life in a Metro, Dada went along with Preetham to UTB's office, and then like Preetham was strumming the guitar all along while Dada was narrating as a background score. So do you think that he did this with you purposely? I know, not letting out too much and not giving away you too much to extract and to capitalize on the spontaneity in both of you as
I
actors.
think he does that. Yeah, I think he does that on purpose with actors. Because,
Mhm.
and he also explained it actually. We did ask him that, Dada, what is this reputation you have that you don't share your script with actors? Why do you do this? And he said that I don't want my film to be the actor's film. I want this film the way I've imagined it, and I want how I've imagined it. How I've imagined it is the spontaneity of the actors, the magic that gets created on set. And very well explained actually that, when I share a script with an actor, at least I can speak for myself. I don't know about Pearly, but if I'm given a script and if I try to read a scene, there is no way that I can read it without imagining myself do it. You know, and when I go on set, me as an actor, at least I would like to read the script a couple of times before I go and perform it. When I do that, I've already created an image in my head that this is how the scene is supposed to be. And when I go on set and let's say the direction is something else, I'm completely thrown off. You know, so Dada's opinion is that the way his method is that I shouldn't. The reason why I don't share the script is because I want you to come on set. I want to tell you what's happening, and then I want to see what happens. I want to see what happens on camera, because magic happens when you don't expect it or when you don't plan it. So, and I think it's incredible, what a fabulous, genius method of kind of getting actors to be their absolute best and authentic versions. Because I like now that I've worked in this process, I almost feel like I'm not sure how I'll feel about, having scripts and working around scripts. So, yeah, I think he does this on purpose with actors.
And Pearly, from the looks of it, from the trailer, it looks like a dark comedy. I mean, that's the blanket genre from what I could gather. Please correct me if I'm wrong here somewhere. But apart from this, what are the areas that the film explores through your characters, both yours and Rohit? So Pearly, you can take the lead and answer.
I think it's humor mainly, and
Mhm.
I don't know if it's dark. Can I tell you something? We haven't watched the film yet. I just went for the dubbing and I saw bits and
Mhm.
pieces, and that's all I know. And
Mhm.
there are times when I don't even go sit next to the monitor because I'm too scared. Like I don't want to see myself, and I get more
Mhm.
conscious. And most of the time, we had amber powder and a lot of like
Dust.
colors on our
And
face, dust, and
Mhm.
we look really dirty most of the time. So,
yeah.
so, um, uh, so I didn't want to become conscious about how I was looking or how my hair was. So I
Mhm.
would just trust Dada and I would just go with the flow. And
Mhm.
about the theme, I think as you can see in the trailer, there are four different colors, and
Yeah.
it's all about blending these colors together in a very beautiful judicial way, which is an art, which is something that most directors would not attempt. If you see,
Mhm.
there are many movies in which there are four. I mean, this is a different kind of a genre, and
Mhm.
I wouldn't say I don't think it's like Life in a Metro. It's a totally different film. It's a totally different movie altogether. And Dada is
Yeah.
someone who comes up with different kinds of movies every time. See, you
Mhm.
can't say who has done this film because every Dada movie is different from each other. So it's
Yeah.
like Dada is evolving as a director every time he does a movie, and he likes to experiment. There are directors who do the same kind of films again and again, but Dada is someone who likes to experiment, and I think that's why I we don't have an answer to this because we are also yet to find out what he has done with this film. So yes.
And what was the brief given to both of you, in terms of your characters?
Uh, Nothing. Yeah, he said don't do anything. He said just
Yeah.
don't do anything. When you come on set, don't try to act. Just be in the moment. Like when I roll the camera, you know what is happening. So if someone comes and slaps you, then you react to the way you will react to when you're getting slapped. So there was no one thing that he hates, I feel, is when we are acting. He
Yeah.
does not want actors to come in and then showcase acting. I think he wants his actors to be really real. And the moment, I think the most beautiful thing about camera is when you're in front of it, and when you're faking it, people know you're faking it. And Dada, being the genius that he is, even if I did something which I wasn't feeling but I did it, he's like, वो मत कर, अभी वापस करेंगे. And he would just say one more, and we would understand why it's one more. So there were times where he said that I do not want you to move a muscle in your face. I want you to just be, and I want to see it in your eyes. So don't do anything. So I don't think there was a particular brief as such, but all in all, I think one thing that he told us was that I want you to be extremely honest to what you're doing. And I think that was a trick. And I think we had the most amazing time doing that, because usually on other films you just you perform, you act, but here we weren't allowed to do that. Basically, we were not allowed to act.
We were supposed to feel.
Yeah, we
Just
were
feel.
supposed to feel, and he just
Feel.
said that think like your character, just think like your character, and I think that does the job. So yeah, that was our brief, and I think it was the best brief one could ever get.
He used to call us by
Okay.
our character names, like
Yeah, Rahul and Shija.
that's Rahul and Shija, and I wouldn't even know who he's calling because I'm used to hearing my name. So on my
Yeah,
video, Shija, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I was getting. By the end of it, I wouldn't respond to my real name. That's how it was. Everyone was calling me Shija, and so he wanted
Yeah.
us. He saw us as characters, and so he didn't want us to act. He just wanted us to be, just be.
So both of you have shared the screen with one of the most dangerously talented actors in cinema, Pankaj Tripathi sir.
Pankaj
I say
Tripathi
dangerously talented
sir.
because when you give, and I say so because he is a terrific performer. You ask him to play a static rock in a frame, he'll do something, or he'll perform in a way that it will stay on, linger on your mind for days to come. So
Yeah.
performing alongside such a talent, what does it mean to the actor in both of you?
He's so humble. So he instantly makes you feel comfortable on set. And he has had his share of struggle to reach here. He didn't have a cakewalk into the industry. Obviously, he struggled a lot and he's made it big now. And that journey is so inspiring. And on top of that, he really respects
Yeah.
his co actors. And me being a fresher, I told him it's my first time. I'm from Kerala. He asked me where are you from, and he really made me feel comfortable and confident. He kept giving me feedbacks, and there were shots where where I had to push him and things like that. He would tell me like it's okay, you can. It doesn't hurt me and things like that. So he would communicate. He would make me comfortable, and so I don't think he's a dangerous actor. He's one of the sweetest actors I've ever worked with, and I would love to work with him again
No, I
because
meant dangerously
you
talented,
learn so much
not
from
dangerous in
him.
theaters.
No, I'm just saying that that word doesn't suit him. He's just too cool, and we want more actors like him because it's a revelation that actors can be so versatile, and he would be jumping from one set to another, and all the characters that he'll be doing will be so different from each other. And I can't wait for you to watch Ludo and see how beautiful his character is and how fun his character is.
And how adorable his character is. He's
Yeah,
playing a
he's so
gangster,
cute. I mean,
but
he's funny
someone
on
very
set.
rightly said that he is so charming as a gangster. Like, we can't imagine someone being so
That
charming.
someone is Joyita.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my God, he's incredible. Like, anybody
Yeah,
can fall in love with him. So
yeah.
fabulous it was, yeah, to be shooting with him. Also, it's not just sharing screen; it's sharing the same environment. So even off set, when we would not be shooting together, that like Pearlie said that there were so many times where we sat
Just
together,
to watch him.
around lunch and between shots, he would tell us about his journey, and it's
Yeah.
not like he would be trying to he'd be flaunting it, but we'd actually be so keen, and he would tell us so humbly about the kind of experiences he's had, the kind of struggles he's had. And then when you think about your struggles, you feel like, we're not alone. Everyone's
Yeah.
been through that. And the fact that there is so much relatability with Pankaj sir just makes him so much more incredible and like so much more special. So it's been one of the most humbling experiences to work with him, because you see someone as talented. He is basically an acting giant. I think he's really made it, and very rightfully so. To be someone like Pankaj Tripathi and still be that grounded, I think just speaks volumes, and I think we learned so much from that. So it was incredible.
And watching him gives you goosebumps.
Yeah.
Imagine getting goosebumps
Yeah,
while you're acting
yeah.
with him.
Yeah, it
Sometimes
does.
he does certain things like so beautifully, and you're just staring at his face and you forget what you're supposed to do sometimes. The first few takes will be like that, and then you understand, okay, he's gonna be good. So you have
Yeah.
to, get into your character and just stop admiring him and then start working. That's how beautiful he is as an actor.
Okay. Okay. So with that, we have reached the end of this conversation. I would like to know if there's something that I may have missed asking and you would have loved to answer. So please feel free to talk about it. Both of you.
Yes,
That
please watch
I
our
like your
film.
haircut. I like your haircut. Nice.
Pearly, it's gone. The boat has sailed. It's fine. Never mind.
So watch Ludo. Make sure you watch Ludo because I
Make
gave
sure
you
you
a
watch
huge
Ludo on the
compliment.
12th
I'm so
of
sorry.
November on Netflix.
Yes, yes. Watch it with your family. Make sure your whole neighborhood watches Ludo.
And please watch our wonderful, super fun chat with Akshay for Bollywood Bubble. It was such a pleasure. Thank you so much for having us, Akshay.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much. Likewise, likewise. It was a pleasure having a conversation with both of you, and I wish you all the best for Ludo and all your upcoming projects.
Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
Bye.
please
Thank
take care.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye bye. Yeah.